Roster mania is in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. No official announcement yet, but you know, rumors are usually. Ultra Envoy, perhaps. We have Pred and DRAZAH on OpTic, which only leaves what, Sib for FaZe, I think is the way the dominoes are falling, right? Evan, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it, buddy. Man, what a time to be alive, Chad, huh? Who expected that? Today is the first day that teams can officially announce signings for next year's CDL season. So technically, ROSTERMANIA is under full effect at the moment. So you guys will start seeing announcements and leaks and all that stuff. Things should probably start to pick up a little bit here in the next couple days. Flash Rewinds, thank you, buddy. Appreciate the 9. I think probably before the weekend, we'll probably see all of the top teams like Ultra FaZe, obviously New York, you know, OpTic, all these guys. They'll probably cement their rosters moving into this weekend, if I had to guess, barring any like weird contractual holdups. And then everyone else, the last 8 teams, is probably going to be scattered a little bit because there's a lot of different possibilities with those rosters. So the top teams will be announced first, if I had to assume. Pred and DRAZAH are front runners to join OpTic Texas alongside Dashy and Shotzzy. Listen, I will say rumors in the Call of Duty community are typically correct, barring some last minute crazy player decisions. Rumors within the Call of Duty community are typically correct. I'm sure everyone has kind of known that by now. So we're going to talk about these things that have been announced today and things that are moving today as if they are actually happening. Obviously, everything is... Oh, ads. I'll wait. Don't worry. Everything is still subject to change. No contracts have been signed as far as I am aware. I think Zach is interesting here, but we'll get into that. But the Pred thing, I think, is something that pretty much everyone and their mother has expected. I want y'all's opinion. I know the majority of like actual OpTic fans are probably excited, and this is the move that they wanted. I know a lot of people had Dylan Envoy slotting in a Shotzzy sub duo, and a lot of people were like, you can't really pass up Pred like we passed up Paco, generational talent, this, that, and the other. So I'm curious to see chat's sentiment. Mine is that I would assume, or my sentiment is that I am probably happy with the outcome of this in terms of only AG. We'll get to Zach in a second. I fuck with it. I fuck with it heavy. I'm not going to lie. I think AG and Shotzzy is going to be a pretty insane sub duo. So, you know, now I get to speak objectively about things and be excited for rosters without being an asshole. So I'm excited. I cannot lie. I think this team could be fucking nuts. I actually really like this team. AG's been rumored here for about 8 months at this point. Seattle shut it down. You guys know the whole situation with that. So we don't need a deep dive there. I'm happy that the dominoes fell supposedly how they did, and we ended up here. I think AG is a fucking Z tier talent. I know a lot of people, when I did my tier list, a lot of people were upset where I had him because he was like stat padding or Seattle wasn't winning anything, so he was just doing whatever the fuck he wanted on the map. Granted, I think that that is also correct, but the ability to do that consistently is still impressive nonetheless. Throwing up performances like that as an AR player is impressive, let alone a sub. I think that the ability to just, like, people saying kill whoring and doing the things that AG was doing is bad, but the ability to actually do that in itself is impressive, period. So there's a lot of people in the league that cannot play like that, even if they fucking wanted to, even if they ignored the objective and didn't give a singular fuck if they won or lost and were strictly kill whoring. There's not a lot of people that can do it on a consistent basis. AG is one of them. So I think I kind of mentioned it a little while ago about, I think like the leadership thing is like the #1 thing that like jumps off the page at a lot of people. I'm sure most people in chat would probably agree there. Getting into Zach a little bit. People are worried that this team isn't going to have a leader. I think that's like the #1 thing that everyone is kind of concerned with, because we're replacing Dan with Zach, and obviously Dan was pretty much that entire system with like comms and teamwork and all that. So I am curious to see who takes the reins on that, or if it's a team effort. Someone said IGLing is overrated. While I would agree, I think good IGLs are not overrated whatsoever, and they can enable an entire roster. So there's kind of two situations when it comes to comms and respawn specifically. I think Zach will do literally everything in S&D for this team, by the way. I think Zach will actually do every single thing that this team requires in S&D. I think he'll tell everyone where to go, and I think he will shot call every round of S&D. Because that's what he was doing for our team, and obviously he was like 1A and 1B with a BZ in terms of S&D talent last year. So Respawn specifically, because again, that's probably the issue that everyone is going to have with the team. I think it's going to be a team thing. I don't think any one of these players is going to, like, I would love to be proven wrong, but I don't think anyone on this team is going to like completely step up to the plate and just like IGL. I don't think that's going to be a thing with this team. I don't think it really needs to be. I think Zach's comms, obviously having 2 years under my belt with him, they've improved immensely from when I started playing with him. So I think that he can definitely step up. I know that like Bruce and Shotzi, I don't know their comms. I've never played with either one of them, but going off of trends and how Bruce was playing, he turned into much more of like that fundamental support mid AR role as opposed to just like those 1.3s that everyone is kind of used to. I think that he could do it. I don't know about Ant. I'm not going to speak to Ant because I have no idea whatsoever. I didn't notice any like crazy playstyle shifts, and I've never played with him, so I don't know how his comms are. But and then you have Pred, which I feel like Pred should be. I'm going to use the term build around here. I know a lot of people really don't like that, but that's something that's outside of COD. I think Pred's your superstar. I am open to discussion here, but I think Pred is the player that should have the green light. I think you could argue Shotzi, but I'm gonna take AG at this point. Obviously, all of this stuff is rumors, and we don't know what's actually going on. Barring again some contractual stuff, most of the time rumors are correct. So we're gonna talk like it is. I agree. I think that Pred should be the ultimate green light. I think that again, his ability to just literally get kills in the purest form is just fucking wild, and he's really good at S&D. I think his S&D is pretty unreal. I think that was like probably an aspect of his games that a lot of people didn't really talk about that much. But I think his S&D is insane. Anyway, AR duo, I really like. I think Zach is one of the purest flexes in the league. I think he is one that actually, like, one of the few that actually can pull out a sub at a decently high level. I think that Dan was also one, but I think Zach is just skill-wise better than Dan. I'll take Zach for sure. They are losing a lot of comms, like I said, but I think this team, in terms of just fucking talent, it's pretty nuts, chat. I can't lie. The team in terms of talent is pretty insane. I think their S&D will be really good with Zach and AG. Shotzi's also insane at S&D. He was one of the best S&D players in Vanguard. And then you have Bruce. I think the thing that is truly going to be the catalyst for this team, I wholeheartedly think that everyone is going to come in and do what they need to do. And I actually think that Brandon needs to do even more than he was doing last year in order for this team to succeed. Will he step up to the plate and do that? I hope. He was on the right path. I've talked about it a bunch of times. I'm not going to get clipped again and put on Reddit again. I think he was on the right path, though, so hopefully he continues down that. Anyway, team's fucking disgusting. Huge fan of it. Were people worried about the comms? I don't think they should be. I think they'll figure it out. Best OpTic team since their dynasty? Agree, I think. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, chat, this is all speculation. You don't know how the team's actually going to work, but if you look at 4 names on paper and how talented they are, yeah. No, this team's pretty fucking nuts. I hope they put it together, though, because that seems to be like an OpTic thing. They have all the talent in the world, but they just don't put it together. So I hope that they do, for DRAZAH's sake. I'm a OpTic fan now. I'm just going to follow my boys around, dude. Fuck it. Multiple sources have confirmed to me that Envoy has made his decision. He wants to join the Toronto Ultra. Jesus. All right. I made a video on it, guys. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. It is on the YouTube, though, if you want. This is old for this. He's in high school right here. I don't know what the hell this is. I made a video on it. If you guys want to go on the YouTube and check it out. I talked about it pretty much at length about my opinion on this roster. I fucking love it. I love this fucking team. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This might be one of my favorite teams going into the season. I think this team is the definition of pack-a-punch. I think Charlie Hicksey came in, got them, didn't get them, but helped them get second places, or an event win in a second place, excuse me. Pretty much pure pack-a-punch. I think Dill is the most malleable, flexible sub in the league. I think he can play with pretty much anyone, and I think he does it at a high level. I think his comms are great. I think his game knowledge is great. I will sit here and glaze the fuck out of Dylan all day. I fucking love this team, chat. I think these guys have made a great decision. I don't know if Dill's actually going to do it. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. We're not playing no more. That ship has sailed. Yeah, dude. I'll sit up here and Krispy Kreme glaze this guy. I don't give a single fuck. I love Dill, dude. I think he's absolutely insane. Oh my god, Envoy donated to me. Fiber. Everybody is fucked. Keyboard on Bell Fiber. Jesus Christ. Love the team though, man. I think it's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm a huge fan. OpTic fans this year are gonna be wild. It's gonna be It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be so fucking bad. It's gonna be so bad, chat. I think it's great, but they can't overlook their competitors. Definitely agree there. I mean, it's very hard to not get excited about the roster if you're on the team, right? Like, if I'm Bruce and Ant, I'm fucking cheesing. I got my #1 sub that I wanted since last year, 8 months in, and I got Zach. Like, there's, I don't know. I'm high on Zach. Like I said, there's people out there that'll put other flexes in his place, but I like Zach. It didn't, I don't think it played it necessarily like a crazy factor in it, but do you guys remember over the season how often Zach and Brandon would play 8s together and just fucking slam? Do you guys remember that? I think it was like a point they were like 10-0. Do you guys remember that? I'm not saying that, again, I'm not saying that's like a factor in why they made the team at all. I'm just saying that like that's definitely something to think about.
Looks like Ben thinks Envoy to OpTic is likely. Who's the best sport for that team, DRAZAH or Sib?
Slasher Ghosty Kenny Hoop.
How much papaya is Ben smoking? I want to know. I want to know who his sources are, because my sources are pretty fucking credible. I'm going to be honest. My sources are pretty fucking credible. And I think people need to take a back seat and hold the phone. I think people need to take a back seat and hold the fucking phone, baby. You know what I mean? Let's hold the fucking phone. You know? Little papaya coming out of Benji's camp. Little papaya. Now, technically, Benji's camp is my camp, but not really. Not really. I know people.
What's Tommy doing?
People Ben don't talk to.
What's Tommy, Tommy doing?
Ben's wrong. Ben's wrong. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him. Hold on. This is what we're doing. I'm gonna take a picture of this, right? And I'm gonna send it to Benji to see. I'm gonna send it to him.
DJ, thank you.
Right? Boom, boom.
Zuma.
Boom. Send it to him.
Zuma, Sunglasses Zuma is another beast, bro. Sunglasses Zuma is unhinged. Surge tweet. Ah! We're back. Refresh. Spawn trap. He came out of gate. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Pred is gone from Seattle Surge. Hold up, chat. Let me cook. One moment. I'm going to cook. 1 second. I need you guys to go gas my tweet, okay? I need everyone to go like it so I get impressions on the internet. That gives me dopamine. All right, watch this. Watch this. I got you guys. Perfect. All right. Easy peasy. Oh, wait. I have to send now because Twitter sucks. There we go. I'm cooking them. I'm cooking, chat. Let me cook. I'm cooking. Oh my God. Octane tweet. Oh my God. Octane tweet. Oh my God, Octane tweet, chat. I can't believe it.
Is Slasher, Enable, Kenny Nadeshot. Don't leak it.
Slasher, Enable, Kenny, and Nadeshot. That team doesn't have enough thumbs. Unfortunate. Yo, AG actually got released. That's wild, bro. Damn. Oh, shit.